City Center, a transitional living center for people who need an opportunity to get back on their feet.
Our purpose here is to take lives of homeless children and their parents and help them in their transformation to be self-sufficient in order for them to be able to be contributors to their community. We can take anybody who has a desire and we can help them and partner with them and walk them through the process in order for them to walk out of here 12 to 18 months later saying, I've succeeded in something.
I came here and I felt the support, the love. I felt like people really cared about me.
The City of Ventura is amazing. And when we collaborate and we work together, so many things can get done.
I'm a big fan, as you know, of what you all do there. I've been there many times to visit, and I'm always just so inspired by what goes on there. It is really the true model of success and exactly what we want to be doing in the City of Ventura. Your staff is wonderful and the board members are so dedicated. So we're very, very fortunate to have you as one of our city leaders, and I really mean that with all sincerity. We want to thank you and recognize you in the City Center as our Business of the Month.
In the middle of November, my husband passed away, and so my son and I were left homeless. I was desperate. I mean, when I say to keep your head up and keep hope, it's hard, and I know that from experience. It is very discouraging, and it's easy to lose hope.
We met with Casey, and I said, boy, we need to help this lady. We need to help her. She has so much that is inside of her, but is not being released because she has no one that's encouraging her and building her up. So the staff met with her, and everybody said, we need to support this young lady. So we brought her on campus, her and her 5-year-old son, Friday.
He is really happy here. He has friends, he has a stable home, he has a place to call home, which is a very big deal to him. He was very excited when we first got here, and he still is. It's a great thing at the end of the day to say, let's go home.
And to see the growth that has taken place just in the short time that she's been here. She just got done working at the fair, but she's looking for a job right now. She's thinking about school. She's excited about life. She's in a whole different place than she was just a couple of months ago. It's just so joyful to see somebody grow in that way and wanting to do better and wanting to be an asset and a contributor to our society.
I was in a place where I was at risk for being homeless. I had nowhere to go, and I was in the process of separating from my husband because he was struggling with his addiction, and finding out I had to protect me and my daughter.
So we got a phone call, and I remember Monica. I remember her passion to do well, and she says, I have no place to go. And I said, come to the City Center. Come. We want to partner with you. We want to help you.
And my daughter and I were able to come here, and I'm going to start crying.
And so she moved in and she started working the program, and she's not one to sit around. She went out and she immediately got jobs. She got hired at Tender Life Next Door as a second job.
A real hard time in my life. And here I had the continued structure that I needed. My daughter had a safe place to be.
She ends up getting housing, 2 jobs, her husband's well, and when she graduated, she had a full-time employment. Her husband, recently after she graduated, got full-time employment. They had their own place.
I've been blessed to have permanent housing. I have my own place now, and my daughter and my husband and I are together again, and we're doing this right, how it was intended to be, in our marriage, and I'm so grateful for this place.
This is a place for restoration, for redemption, for healing. It's a place that when you walk in, we want things to happen in your life, so when you leave here, you're completely different than when you came here.
This was a big stepping stone. I mean, if I didn't have the City Center to come into, I would have been on the streets like I had been for the past 7 or 8 months with my son, who just turned 5, and I wouldn't know what would have happened. I don't know. It would have been terrible.
Holding on obviously to your great traits and the great things that God gifted you with, but leaving with a different mentality, leaving with a whole different understanding of how valuable a person's life is.
If it wasn't for this place, like, where would I be? If I didn't have stability, where would I be? So I was able to be stable, and that was my priority, and here I am with my family. I love my life today.